in general. Greg Scott says Stockport away 0708. That's my one that I suggested earlier on. Keith Andrews lob at our end to make it 3-2 and sealing promotion. Celebrating on the streets after in front of the Stockport fans, which was particularly fun because they don't like us. And Henry Newby says QPR in the FA Cup. Fantastic atmosphere and a great result. His boys remember it like it was yesterday, which is rather fantastic.
He's the one that everyone seeks, so what's his excuse this week?
As you know, it's been some time since Lieutenant Dan managed to turn up for a show, and each week he sends us a note of some sort excusing himself. As a responsible employer, we think it's vital that we share this information with you in as much detail as possible and in as public a fashion as is reasonable. This week, Dan's PA has contacted the show by telephone, informing us Master Dan cannot be with us this evening as he is suffering from bellyache. Although young Dan's condition was in fact described and relayed to us as being gastroenteritis, bellyache is bellyache, no matter how many letters you put in there. Anyway, we'll have another excuse from the sesquipedalian next week.
There are just occasions where I'm not knocking Mr. Jers, I'm very pleased you're here, but I wanted Albie here for that word alone.
I did as well.
Okay, someone talk to me about roundabouts.
Well, I've got some here. Have you got any there, John?
Yeah, I've got some. I'll go first. We've had Samantha from Hodgeley wants to know if it's a trick question and whether the unnamed mini roundabout on Warden Way by the garage. Thanks for that, Samantha, but I don't think you're correct there.
Stuart from Winslow thinks we're being slightly disingenuous this week. He thinks it's the Kingston roundabout, and Albie should have been here for that as well, shouldn't he, really?
Disingenuous, yeah.
Which only actually has 4 exits until after Christmas, as one of them is shut due to roadworks. A very interesting guess there.
That's 2 people suggesting the Kingston roundabout.
Very interesting.
We don't often have this kind of tie coming up.
And Fliss from Little Linford thinks it's the Stacey Bushes roundabout, although she doesn't know why. It's just a feeling from her. Well, thanks for that, Fliss, but you're wrong.
Yeah, we'll bring you the answers later on, except for you, Fliss. You get your answer now. You are wrong.
You're wrong. Oh, you could be right. He makes it up anyway.
Actually, you can watch the end of the Bake Off now.
Yeah, absolutely. Very true.
The lexicon of chaff. Of chaff.
This is where I impersonate Albie. Listen, Albie's not here to do his slot, so I'm going to do it on his behalf. The Lexicon of Chav, where each week we educate you, the educated elite, into the ways of the feral underclass that seemingly run our planet by providing detailed translations of common street talk. This week, the phrase under scrutiny is fit. Common usage: yo girl, you is well fit, ain't it? Definition: my fine lady, I do admire your fine physique and I would most like to engage in sexual intercourse with you. Widely and incorrectly believed to have originated from the 2004 hit film The Football Factory, but its earliest recorded usage in fact goes back to George Bradshaw's Continental Railway Guidebook of 1837. So thanks very much. We have another match coming up.
Do we?
We do, and it's weird, and we have to talk about how much we probably don't need to talk about it anymore. But just to be clear, we have the gentleman, the fine house-trained gentleman from AFC Kingston coming to join us a week yesterday for their second visit of the season. Hand. And what are we expecting?
I think we'll hammer them.
I'm expecting the clock to be reset.
Are they in the upper tier?
They are. Oh, yeah. Upper tier ones. That'll be new territory.
Upper tier, yeah. I mean,
You have to have a separate clock for that.
That's interesting.
That's a very good point, actually.
The upper and upper and lower Armitage Shanks memorial clocks. Have we got? Can we see where we are with it?
Yeah, we're currently standing at 50 days, no hours, 19 minutes, and 40 seconds.
Since anybody decided to take a dump on the floor in the away end, essentially, and we have a sneaking feeling the clock will once again need to be reset.
I must say, I do like Mr. Jur's suggestion there.
Upstairs, downstairs clocks.
Upstairs, that fits in rather well, doesn't it?
It's something we'll talk about. Well, we may talk about next week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Upstairs, downstairs. See, if we beat them this time, do we get to keep them, do you think?
It's part of me wants to let them win, just to.
I don't genuinely never thought I would ever say this where they're concerned, but I don't care if they win, lose or draw.
No,
I really
it
have
really doesn't
no
matter.
opinion on this any longer. If it had been the first time we played them ever, then I would be as excited as I was with the first time we played them. But it's just, I just think, flipping heck, I could do without you blokes turning up, to be quite honest, and making a mess everywhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's turn it round. If the fixture was away,
Well, that'd be a completely different
Totally different.
story.
Sign me up. Want to be there. Want to win.
Yeah. You want up your shirt with brand written in the back of the wood, you know? I get mine with jers on the back and a big target.
I think our face, well, your face is definitely
Yeah.
known because you're the one who got your picture taken
goes-
outside
goes
their
on the
ground, going.
Well, it's me.
Sorry, I was showing thumbs up there. That doesn't work on the radio, does it?
Not really.
Okay, look. All right, look. There's a match. It's kind of irrelevant, but I hope we win it, and I hope they make an absolute embarrassment of themselves once again and prove that what they are.
and we'll see them later in the year when the next cup is drawn.
Yes, FA Cup first round. I mean, it couldn't, but it would be great if we drew them in our place in every cup from now until
on.
the end of time. That would just be brilliant.
I mean, looking at it from that point of view, it is highly amusing. They always have to come here, you know. I just find
Yeah.
that is the best bit for me. That once again, they're having to come and see us.
Oh, didn't want to press that.
No, they're not playing there. That same land,
That was-
isn't it?
no.
It's taken off.
That was towing a banner.
Oh my word!
Another ambiguous one.
Yeah. It's that part of the show where we realise we've got way too much left to be able to even contemplate fitting it in, and certainly not enough time for a long intro like this. And I think that maybe it should have been a tad shorter, as I've now run out of my allocated time slot.
This just in. In an attempt to restrain the Kingston fans from running on the pitch and threatening Dave Martin every time they win a corner, it has been decided to put them in the upper tier for the upcoming match. Obviously, the significant size of the expected boycott will mean that they're likely to fill it, but it's hoped that a significant number will throw themselves over the edge at the first sign of excitement, each one screaming, "I'm not responsible for my own actions," as they crash to the ground. And more on this once we've removed all, if any, of the safety netting.
Right, okay, listen, we're getting to the end of the show here, so we just need to do a bit of a roundup. Can we have the answer of the roundabout of the week, please, Mr. Modders?
The roundabout this week was...
Da, 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 da.
It was Kingston Roundabout.
Two correct
We
answers.
have two correct answers. Who was the one we had over there?
That was
it
Paul Harris.
Paul
Yeah,
Harris,
Paul Harris.
and Stuart
Regular
from Winslow
listener.
as well.
Wow. Okay, well, look, thanks for that. Your
That
prize.
must mean we might have to actually give real prizes out this time
Yes.
round then.
We stopped actually making up prizes ages ago, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Okay, well, look, thanks for that. Yeah, we will find a prize. It will be badges, MooCamp badges.
There's
you go.
an idea.
There are some MooCamp badges. We'll get in touch with you fairly soon. Look, thanks very much for listening. This week's show was produced by, well, it was broadcast live by us sitting here. It's Studio 7 in Suite B, I think, at the recording studio here at Seclo.
I think so,
The
yeah.
Seclo Emporium. The material was written by Brando and Modders, with additional material from Neil Ardley, a rather embarrassed lorry driver, and a Yorkshire Terrier called Bobby, to lead you up to the wonderful, wonderful reggae takeover from Mr. Darren Hoy. This is Echo and the Bunnymen with The Killing Moon.
Under a blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me. cruelly you kissed me. Your lips a magic world. Your sky all hung with jewels. The killing moon will come too soon. Fate up against your will. Through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture, and much more to 66,000 readers every month. Plus news, views, and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse, and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of the city.